Did the Pope just say it's okay to be an atheist? Holy atheist!
Holy see, Batman. Or Matt Canesa, I don't know.
In the sermon on Wednesday, the Pope was saying that he was recounting a story from the Gospel of Mark, and in the story, it basically cited Jesus as saying to John that, atheists can still do good. And so, of course, this is now a big controversy because Catholics
I believe
are
you're saying like non-believers or...
Sorry, that non-believers,
Yeah.
Thank you, can still do good. So does this mean that, even atheists can, do good?
Well, that's how people are reporting it. Like, the Pope said that being atheist is okay, which isn't exactly what happened. But the problem is, the Pope is like considered the absolute authority for a billion Catholics, and he just said something that is kind of nebulous.
Yeah, I mean, it's not an ex cathedra statement. In other words, it's not like I'm hereby making an infallible official statement.
Yeah,
so he's
by
not saying
Catholic
that,
tradition, like, the
but
Pope.
still, whatever the Pope says,
statement.
people are still pretty much like, oh,
he's
this
kind
is
of an important public figure. Yeah,
somewhat important, yeah, for like a seventh of the world's population.
Yeah, but this opens up like so many questions. Like when he's saying like good works, what is he talking about? Because like according to Catholic tradition, like if you want to be good, you have to
you have to be part of the church.
You have to be part of the church. You have to everyone has original sin, so you have to like go to confession. You need to have communion and Eucharist. But so he's saying that is that not necessary to be a good person anymore, or is there like a different division he's not going into?
He's saying what he said is that on Wednesdays, quote, "The Lord has redeemed all of us with the blood of Christ, all of us, not just Catholics, everyone." And he's sort of paraphrasing a scene here. So, but what does that mean? Christ has redeemed all of us. Does it mean that everyone, no matter what their belief, even atheists, go to heaven, or is he saying that anyone can do good, but or there's an opportunity for everyone to then later convert to Catholicism and then become
and like I'm not quite so cynical as to say like this is just like a PR thing that he's doing. I mean I don't know.
But he is trying to be inclusive. I mean he's unlike the previous Pope, Pope Francis is very much into including people, and of course during the course of his life he's Argentinian.
He's the only Pope that has not been white and European.
Yeah, and he's had to work with people of many different faiths throughout his lifetime, and so he kind of knows what it's like to work with people of other faiths in doing various works. And so I think he's trying to say that we can work with everyone, and we should have a sort of situation where Catholics and other people should feel like they can work together.
And this is a very interesting thing that has like always been like this kind of push and pull going on throughout the entire history of the Catholic Church, is how they interact with people that are not Catholics. Like Pope Francis was appointed by John Paul II, and he was really known as somebody who was a reformer. He was responsible for Vatican II, which changed a lot of, because of him, we no longer have to listen to masses in Latin. So he made a lot of changes and a lot of reforms, like really opening up the church. And like people are wondering, how will this new Pope, who's from Argentina, how will he change things? How will he be different?
Yeah, and of course, how this gets interpreted is really very big. And is he going to make a clarification? Because now
he's got to. It just doesn't like it's what did he mean? No one knows what he meant.
Yeah, and so if he really meant that anyone can get into heaven, then this is going to change 2,000 years of Catholic doctrine. And if he didn't mean that, then he's really got to clarify, because obviously it's a very confusing point.
And it's weird because just on March 20th, he was quoted saying, I've been quoting him here, the attempt to eliminate God and the divine from the horizon of humanity is like causing violence and turmoil in the world. So I mean that like totally conflicts with what he just said about you don't have to believe in God, if that's what he was getting at.
Well, I guess the Pope, just like the Bible, is open to interpretation.